When you watch a movie, what type of movie do you choose? Some of you may be thinking, well, I don't watch movies. Think of a book. What book may you choose? Is it a movie or a book full of drama? Ups and downs, roller coasters, highs and lows? Is it an action-packed book? Or more a thriller? Maybe a mystery? It could be sci-fi, romance, crime, comedy. A lot of you may be thinking there's not one type of book that you enjoy. You enjoy variety, much like myself. When watching a movie, sometimes it may be a mystery, at other times an action movie, at other times a comedy or sci-fi or fantasy. I ask myself the question, if there were only but one type of movie, would it be enjoyable? A comparison to life. If there was only happiness or peace, with no opposite pole, what would that be like? We can imagine this as just books of romance and happiness, or just movies based around romance and happiness. The complete truth being that would be boring. If we look at life as a story, as a movie, as his story, it is a movie or a story or a book, the never-ending book, story or movie, that contains all genres, the horrors of life, the sad and dramatic moments, the comic moments, the beautiful and the mysterious. Life contains all, and life wouldn't be as beautiful as it is without the horrors, the ups and the downs, the pleasures and the beauty, the mystery of uncovering. For me, at times, there is nothing better than a mystery movie, uncovering something that has been covered, revealing what has been hidden, finding truth and falsity. We find ourselves in our own story, in our own movie, in our own play, with happenings all over the world, simultaneously taking place, joys and horrors, and everything in between. At this very moment in the world, there is somebody giving birth. At this very moment in the world, there is someone that has just passed away. At this very moment in the world, there is someone smiling, and at this very moment in the world, there is someone crying. All happening at one time. And yes, we imagine a place of pure peace and happiness with no opposite pole, no evil, no negativity. But without having that pole in place, we would not know the joys of life and the pleasures. And more so than that, it would be dull, uneventful. So although I hate the horrors of the world myself, the misdoings, the wrongs, the evil of the world, without that in place, there would be no world, there would be no stage, no story, and life itself would be something much different, something more basic, which a lot of us wish for, but at the same time we do not realise how much of a gift duality can be. By sitting in between the two, one can learn much. So the horrors of life, the pains and the tortures, just like in stories, books and movies, teach us a lot. We feel them, and they take us from one place to another, ultimately transcending us. For without the darkness, we could not see the light, and the very beauty of life is its variety. In every manner, shape and form, often speaking to my nephews about people in the world, the different colours and creeds they come in, some being female, some being male, some being small, some being big, some being good at one thing, others not being good at that thing, but being good at something else. The variety, I often tell them, makes up the world, and without that variety, it would be quite dull. The same with colour. Imagine just one colour. We have many variety of colour. We have red, blue, yellow, green. We have dark colours, light colours. Much variance, much variety. If there was only white and no black, no other colour, again, wouldn't that be very dull? We picture old movies, old black and white movies, that progressed into colour. seeming a more elevated form of reality. And on the one hand, the variety and the vastness makes it more confusing, makes it more of a trap as such. But on the other hand, without the variety, without the abundance of shape and form, it would be a very dull trap. Appreciating the variety in life takes us past the objective opinion of I, right and wrong, and understanding that all must occur. There will always be light and dark. There will always be an aggressor and a pacifist. This is the fundamental basics of energy, science, and all things follow. Once we accept the duality and variety of life, we can transcend. Transcend because we see past the illusion. The illusion that is life, the illusion of all is one, or seemingly happening to attach one. And rising above this doesn't make one lose compassion or empathy for the world. If anything, within myself, it has risen both of those avenues. And although I see the truth of life and understand the happenings of both sides, that dark must occur as well as light, there is no reason for me still to not show compassion and empathy for those in pain, and none neither for you. Showing empathy for those that do not know, it is not their fault. If anything, look at them like children. They must be helped. Through the variety, the appearances and the illusion, we find ourselves. Love and light.